Susanna Isley, and this is my show, The Rice Cooker. First episode, and super freaked out. But I guess we all have to step through fear, right? So here I go. It's really interesting because I felt called to open this platform a couple of months ago. I started working with a mentor for the technicality of it, how to set up my platforms and record and all of these type of things. And then I was told, just keep recording because at first it won't feel authentic, and just keep recording. So I did that, and I would never post anything because it feels awkward. It feels strange to speak to a camera. I love connecting with people one-on-one. This whole online thing is just very foreign to me and it just doesn't feel super authentic. So today I decided, let's just rip off the Band-Aid, and I figured that I will start with my why. Why am I doing this? Why now? So I guess I touched on that a little bit. Why now is because at some point I have to just rip off the Band-Aid and step through something that scares me. And I was talking about, why does this scare me? Why does it scare me to do something that I feel like God has really put on my heart to do? And there's a huge fear that opening myself up can hurt my life or hurt others, neither of which do I want to do, right? But if Source has called me to do this, then I guess I just have to be brave that that won't happen. And if it does happen, I'll get through it just like I've gotten through anything else in my life that's been hard. So the thing on my heart, I think why I've really wanted to do this is I really love to connect with people. And I've done this, this is a part of me that is who I really am. And I feel that I've had a lot of crazy experiences in my life and have the ability, one of my gifts is I have a huge capacity for forgiveness, and I have a huge capacity for love. And I also have had a wild, crazy journey, and it brings a part of me that's able to connect with other people authentically. I'm able to really empathize with people and what they're going through. It's also, this platform is about me and all the discovering that continues to happen. It's not like I'm at this graduation point. I'm like this some sort of guru. I'm not. I'm just another person here on this planet experiencing. But I think there's a lot of avenues that we look at people's lives and they seem very perfect. And while I am extremely happy and I'm in the best chapter of my entire life, life isn't perfect for me. I'm still learning lessons every single day. I still feel shame. I still feel embarrassment. I still feel guilt. I've grown a lot in those areas, but those are still things that come up for me. And I think that creating tribe and community is something that's a beautiful desire of mine. And this is just another step towards that, of a place to create connection. I hope that someday this is the path that grows maybe into a way that I'm really able to use things that were so hard and so painful in my life and alchemize those in live time, or the stories of how those experiences have already alchemized into such beautiful gifts that I have. So basically, these are my stories or lessons that I've learned along the way. It's a place for me to talk about really the path of discovering. This is a huge one for me. The path of discovering that choosing myself wasn't actually selfish. And I continue to practice and learn this. It's something that you'll probably see pop up for me over and over and over again. Also, stories about how for years I would just give and give and give to everyone, and it would be misconceived, or I would continue to put myself in situations where it was my intention was so misconstrued, and the heartbreak and the pain that came from that. But it really was the fact that it wasn't other people doing that to me. It was that I was putting myself in situations continually, and I was abandoning myself. So it's like these stories of realizing that it wasn't anything happening to me. There was things happening to me, but I drew all those experiences in. And in the end, all those experiences actually are a very beautiful experience because they brought me to who I am now. And I am the most in love with myself that I've ever been. I'm the most stable that I've ever been. And I'm definitely I'm at the strongest stage of self-forgiveness that I've ever been at. And that was huge for me. I've made a lot of mistakes. I hurt a lot of people. And so I want to touch on those stories about that because I think I'm not the only one that looks at my past and like there's a part of me that even as I like start to create these episodes, right? There was a part of me that's like, ooh, maybe I should hide that because I don't want to hurt that person or this and that. But really, then I had to sit with that. Is that what's happening? Am I not trying to hurt that person? Or is there still a layer of guilt in there that is worried that maybe I tell a story and someone from my past pops up, oh, well, that's not how I remember it happening. Well, that's okay because I'm not stuck with the story, right? Maybe worst case scenario, that were to happen and I can grow from that too. So this is like a platform where I'm just saying yes to source, that I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start opening myself up. I'm going to start talking about the things that go through my head, the things that go through my heart, and these experiences and journey that I am on. And I want to share that with people. So I will need to probably have a trigger warning that I will talk about things like sex and suicidality and addictions and religion and any of the things that are uncomfortable for people. So this may not be a channel for you, but maybe it is. If you want someone that is really, one of the most important things to me is stepping into the world authentically. And that isn't really for you, that's for me. This is about choosing myself and being brave enough to love myself and accept myself for who I am and what I have to bring to this world. And I will share that with you. But it's about me answering that call that I feel like God placed on my heart, and that there's no greater purpose for me in this life than saying yes to whatever God's path is for my life, whether that brings me total humiliation, whether that brings me riches, poverty, whether that brings me whatever it is, then it's for me, because I believe that everything works together for those of us that love the Lord. And I love him so much. And I have to say yes. I have to say yes to this part of my journey. Well, I guess I don't have to, but I get to. So if you're someone that feels like the world's really dark, or you feel alone, you feel isolated, maybe this will be a channel for you. I want to connect in with people. I want to offer a platform where people can email me questions or things to talk about. And I want to offer my unique perspective and share this with the world. So episode 1, here we go. Ripping the Band-Aid off. And I want to end this by saying this is huge for me, of like an act of loving myself. And what I mean by that is the vulnerability that it takes to start something like this for me is huge. And I have to rewatch this and I have to press go on it. And that is an act of love. That is an act of love and acceptance of me, my flaws, my starting point, and my uniqueness. So I love me and I love you. And I hope that my stories and my light perhaps inspires you. Or maybe your stories and your light will inspire me. So, well wishes. Bye.